quick walk around. Once we got the wheels and tires on, went right for the alignment. I can tell you the truck rides perfect. There's no change the way it rides. The suspension feels great. I mean, trucks don't ride like trucks anymore. Will report these tires are pretty quiet. Inside the car, you can't really hear them. If you're going very slow, you can almost feel like a little bit of a feeling in the tread. Not noise or vibration, just kind of feel. I like it 'cause it's aggressive with these blocks. It just looks, you know, more aggressive than what they really are. Also the front end, I love the front end. I'm still thinking I'm gonna do the fog lights to match the headlights. The headlights, we did a very light smoke, sent them over to Superior. They did a real light smoke. When the light is bright, you can't tell as much. It dulled down the chrome, which is what I was looking for. This chrome's a little bit too loud. It's made it a little subtle now. It's kind of blending in with the black look. I'm really excited the way the front came out. The blue in the grille here, again, it's very subtle. It picks up, it's the same color as this, it's color matched. When it's pointing towards the sun, it's more noticeable, but from this angle, it kind of blends in. But I'm super excited with this grille. I love the headlights now. I still think I should do the fog lights to match. I can tell you the headlights are amazing. The new LED lights made a night and day difference. It's even with smoke in them, they're 5 times brighter than those yucky incandescent bulbs that I had. Everything else is working out good. Super happy with the truck. It looks more aggressive. It still rides normal. I can still pull the boat. I can get the family in it. I can pick stuff up and drop stuff off and pick up motors. Very usable. Of course, you saw the bed liner. I've been putting stuff in here, but again, it's super easy to keep clean and it's grippy. If you put welding bottles in here, as long as you put something on them, they don't slide like they used to. As you see, the truck is pretty dirty. We had rainstorms every single day last week, but that's the quick update on the truck. All right, so that is the part number of the Fender flares. These are the OEM accessory flares, so hopefully they're gonna fit like they should. So 4 in here, 2 front, 2 back. There is some instructions right here, packing list, and looks like a couple of alcohol pads to make sure there's no grease on the paint. I want to go ahead and look at the instructions just to make sure there isn't anything that we need to know before making a mistake. So I already washed the truck. When it was ceramic coated, I asked Sean to leave this area uncoated, which when I washed it, you could see the water would bead really fast and then it would kind of hang up here. So it kind of confirms there isn't any ceramic on those edges. If not, that tape wouldn't stick. So I'm going to go ahead and dry it. I've already did the blow dryer that I usually do after washing it, but we'll go ahead and make sure it's 100% dry and clean. And then of course, some of these screws are going to come out here and replaced with these, and then some of these tabs. So going over the instructions, basically just tells you the sequence, gives you 4 alcohol pads, some adhesion promoter, replacement screws, extra of these quick nuts, I think in case you damage yours, but 6 and 6 bits in there. So give a quick look at the truck before the fender. This is the fender extender, flare, whatever you want to call it. Get a look from this angle here. So I'm hoping it gives the truck just a wider look without getting too aggressive, and then potentially spacing the wheels out. So you're going to take 6 of these out right here. It tells you to take the wheel off, but we're not going to take the wheel off for those. I'm just going to use the tool here on my little 1/4-inch drive. So around here the screws are going to come out, and then it gets replaced with the longer ones. I'm going to go ahead and clean this with the alcohol like they're explaining, then the adhesive promoter, and then we'll go ahead and put this one on. All right, there's the first one on, screwed on, and pulled the tape, so it's permanent now. I think I might hit it with some of the Adams dressing to make it look more of a shiny black, but I used the hardware that came out because it has a large washer on, and the ones that supplied didn't. So the large washer looks like it would have a little bit more surface contact on the plastic, but that large washer fits in there no problem. So reuse your hardware. It looks like it's a better option than the ones that came with it, but that looks good. Definitely looks beefy, adds a little bit of contrast to it. And now looking at the side here, so you can definitely come out with those wheels. There's a skeeter biting my leg. I keep feeling like he's been flying around me this whole time. I finally saw him. Damn thing, look at that. Pull out the brake cleaner. Alright, you're doing a quick demo here. Skeeter's flying around near you.
1.5 inch will get you right to the edge of the flare, and 2 inch will poke you out, so. Got him?
No. He'll bite us another 12 times before we get him. Yeah. Inch will poke us out?
1.5 inch you'll be flat on the flare. 2 inch you'll be a 1/2 inch out. Okay,
I don't want to do that, so I'll see if I can get an inch, because I don't want to be super aggressive guy, but 1.5 to work. 1.5?
Yeah. 1.5 because when I was measuring it, if you look at the little roll edge on the flare, 1.5 is right where the flare's flat. It's not to the face. It goes right to the edge of that roll, like right there where my fingernail is.
Okay.
It doesn't come flat out here.
Let's check when we'll get the back one on. We'll do a...
I think the back one will be a little more than the front one.
Needing more or needing less?
Yeah, it's in more, I think.
Okay.
Last time I measured it.
Alright, it will look pretty tough. I mean, it sticks out a little bit on the front, but I kind of like that look, which is why we took that wind diffuser off, as GM call it. So it would look a little bit more aggressive. If you go like here, the wheel is tucked in. If you get that angle right there, you see the wheel is tucked in on the top. So yeah, I think 1.5 inches. We'll take a look at the back and verify, but I think 1.5 inches would do it. Alright, so we are done. Front and back are installed. I definitely like them now. I see them on there. I'm going to hit them with the dressing. I have a really nice dressing by Adams that makes it look almost like a shiny, kind of like this. I think that will look better. That does match that front piece. It's like a dull flat, which I guess it matches that too. That looks blacker than that. It might be the angle that I'm looking at it, but definitely looks beefier. It's got more of a chunky look, more of an aggressive look, which is what I'm going for. Alright, so a quick outside perspective. I like it. Let me get around to get the sun behind me. The sun is directly at the front of me right now. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to dress those. That dressing works really well, but gives it the look I'm going for. A little bit more aggressive without being, you know, the really big ones with the rivets in, or the stainless bolts. They're a little bit more aggressive than what I was looking for, but this I like. And the fact that they fit perfect. You can see how they're cut to fit around here. I'm super picky the way aftermarket parts fit, which is why usually I don't like aftermarket body parts, because they never fit right. Factory stuff you can't go wrong, whether it's Honda, GM, Kia, Toyota, it just works and it fits and it lines up right. I mean, the fit, nice, all the way around there. Definitely like it. Definitely like it. What do you think, guys? All right, so depending on the angle, the wheels suck in a little bit more depending on which way you look at it, you know, from here. I don't like that look. And again, I try and encourage people, don't rip on someone else's style. But I do see a lot of pickup trucks where the wheel is like the full wheel sticks out of the fender. And I personally don't like it. And I try to encourage people, don't rip on someone else's style. I don't know what that style is called, but there's enough trucks running around with that look. They like it. I don't want everybody to build a blue Colorado with this exact same package, because life would be boring. So everyone has to have their own style. Everyone has their own wheels and tires. So I don't like that look, but I do like the flush look. Whether it's a import, whether it's the Corvette, whether it's this truck, I like the wheel as close to the outside as possible without it looking too much. It just gives it an aggressive look, and what I used to refer to as stance. Seems like stance has took on its own meaning now, and I don't like it, but I respect it. I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't encourage my customers to do it. But anyway, back to my style. What do you think? Do you think I should space those out? I mean, I'm really honestly looking for your opinion. Some of your truck guys have built more trucks than me. I've only built a couple of trucks. This is new for me, doing the raised look, the whatever you call it. Somebody called it an overlander look. I don't know what that means. I should Google it so I seem like I'm a bit more informed. But the wheels are turned. But give me your idea. I don't know. George is saying do an 1.5 inch spacer. I don't know if that would be too much or perfect. And again, depending on the angle, like right here, it looks like the wheel is sucked in. So there it looks like it could come out 2 inches. So I'm enjoying it. Again, it's small modifications, and any modification that changes it from the original form is a modification. Don't let your neighbor tell you, hey, unless you do a 470, you know, final drive or a big blower, you're not modifying your truck or car. We modify cars all the time. I try to encourage people, build the car or the truck your way. It's fun, it's enjoyable. You're changing the car to match your style. You're tweaking it. That's the fun of doing it. Admit it to yourself. This stuff is fun, and it's part of the car community. So that's the truck. I'm loving it. I'm not going to make this a long video. I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the series, don't forget, hit the subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next video.